Hello there.
And welcome to our show.
Welcome to Thorn and Pedalstick Unscripted Shakespeare. This is Hal.
This is Nick.
And joining on the piano tonight is our wonderful bard, Sebastian.
Woo! In a moment, we are going to ask you for the title of this Shakespearean play, so you may start your brain a-turning.
Thorn and Pedalstick is another name for a rose, and a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. And we tonight are going to present a Shakespearean play by another name than any other you have ever seen before.
On previous nights, we had titles like Witches in Hemlock,
The Tale of Two Strumpets,
The German Audience,
and last night was Hal and Helen's Heavenly House of Healing. But tonight we're gonna do something completely different. Everything you're about to see is completely improvised. None of the characters, none of the dialogue, none of the stories, none of the music that Sebastian is playing has been planned ahead of time. It is all being created on the spot. Hal and I, and maybe Sebastian, are gonna be playing all of the characters, swapping between them with costumes and bodies and everything else. And so all we need to get our show going is some kind of title for a Shakespearean comedy. For a comedy. We're not looking to do a tragedy right now. We can even start with a word if you'd like. A word that sounds very Shakespearean to you, or a title. Now think Think very hard. Maybe put your fingers to your brains and really think hard about it. Oh, my brain. Oh, my brain. It feels very warm. My brain, it feels like it has a title. Does your brain have a title? If it does, shout it out.
Take your fingers off and say the first thing that comes into your head.
The lucky 13th night.
The lucky 13th night.
All right. Well, Thorn and Paddlestick presents the lucky 13th night. There was one who was supposed to meet me on this eve, but he is late, and I know not why. I wish for him to come and speak to me, for he hath answers I have long looked for. 'Tis a lonely thing, yet solitude can be nice. The crickets chirp, and they sing to me too. Some popping and squeaking are nice this eve. The crickets are thinking, perchance. The crickets are groaning too. I have not heard these noises from crickets before.
Hath I the modesty of a cricket?
Ah, there be the chirp of the crickets I am used to.
Madam,
Oh, finally.
I noticed thee here waiting, and I must warn you that we are of soon asking all who sit upon this dock to leave the pier.
Sir, I thank you for upstanding and holding the rules of this land, but there was one who was supposed to meet me here.
Alas, 'tis often the sad, sorry case, for I have seen 100 broken hearts laid here to waste and smashed upon the pier. Like a boat that is quite poorly tied when storms do rage it to our lovely dock, I will find many a heart's crushed here. It is a common happening, and think not of any tragedy inside thy heart, for knowing that it's shared your pain with many. But I do must ask you that you will be off, for 'tis my job.
Well, I thank you, guard. Perchance I shall come back tomorrow night, and he shall approach me once more. I shan't o'erstay the welcome. At the midnight bell I will go, just like I will this eve.
Who is this person? What strange man or woman hath caught thy strong attention to the point where thou wouldst waste 2 evenings for a chance to meet?
I tell thee, I received a letter at my door, one writ that said, Helen, thou art the most beauteous creature that hath ever been put to land. Thy beauty o'erstretches that of the hedgehog. It far exceeds the cuteness of a chihuahua, and its passion exceeding farther than e'en the cheetah does. And all these metaphors, they just entrapped me. I was told to come to this dock in the eve, and that I would hold hand in hand with the man who would reveal his identity.
A letter has so drilled its way in thee?
Well, when thou saidst it like that, it makes me feel foolish. But hast thou ever felt the ping of love hit you?
Not from a letter, nay, for I do say, if I did get a letter like that one, I would expect some foul happening. A person who conceals their sheer appearance is not one I would trust in any case. Perhaps it is a child, or a man whose age so far exceeds that of thy own that he would only tremble as he scrawled that letter to thee.
Sir, that is a gross thought. I thought well of this. I thought there would be a young, charming man. As thou speakst it, perchance it was just someone playing foolish tricks on me.
Look there! upon the river. See those men waist deep in water?
Yea, they
What
swim
their
and
task
toss
is
about.
now is to put hands into a muddy hole. They wiggle in their fingers, let them sit, and thus impersonating a tasty fish, their hand enwrapped by one foul mouth, whose whiskers do extend and writhe about. That'd be a catfish, ma'am. And thou hast fallen for that little trap.
Then catfished am I this eve. Thou hast revealed it. I thank you, Sir Guard. What be thy name? I shall speak honorably of thee to all I meet, for thou hast spoken most well.
Horatio, madame.
Helen, as I said before.
And if thou finds that I did do good service, I bid thee, if thou meet'st the guardly captain, do speak some recommendations to me. For I have let down several hearts in time, and each has softly like a feather lain unto the floor.
Well,
For if thou thought that thou had handsome man, and lost him on this eve, thou would be sorrowed.
yeah.
But thinking now that it could be some fool or someone you'd avoid at any case,
Yea,
it lightens up the burden.
it does, sir. Well, thank thee for having me avoid this trouble.
Fare thee well.
Thank you. Sir, it started with an H, thy name?
Horatio.
Horatio, yea. Horatio. Well, off I go back home then.
Fare thee well. I have a strange manner in myself. It is a thing that I have often done. For many had complaints of my good guarding, and I did find a strict solution to it. I pen 3 letters every day, all to different folks within the town, and compliment them with sweet, loving words, that they may feel their heart inflamed with fear, and then I bring them to this little pier, and here are they let down by me. And in that moment, when the heart doth break, then I do ask that they do speak my praise unto the guardly captain. 12 praises has he yet of my good self, and I do say upon this night, if unwrong I be, a 13th praise will he then good receive, and then promotion will have me in store. Well, there's no more reason for me to stay here, and thus I leave. Farewell, my lonely peer.
Fair poet Lucentio, come with me. I know this land. I shall find us a hotel soon. Come on, be not so weary.
Methinks a hotel never shall be found.
Lucentio! Get out of my dogs! Oh, Lucentio!
Of hotels at this time.
Dramatic school hath he gone to, and that's why he be thus so.
All the sorrows of the world are echoes of past sorrows. Men hurt by their fathers hurt their sons.
Well, sir, if thy father hath hurted you, perchance thou shouldst get to a bed and let thy bruises rest.
Nay, it was a metaphor. My father was quite gentle. But still, I feel the pain of painted men.
Mm-hmm.
Though suffering has not yet struck on me, I know that suffering shall come in time.
Sir, thou art such a pessimist. If thou couldst get thyself up. Sir, I do not wish to sleep with you here. Sir, we must get thee to a bed. This place, the middle of the street, be not the location for such a rest.
Are beds the fine improvement of the soul?
Beds be the fine improvement of my back. So, shall we then get you thus?
How fares thy back?
Well, sir, 'tis currently strained. But I believe 'twill be more strained if I have to lift thee.
It is a strange straining, don't you think? The straining that all men succumb unto, the constant desire to be fed and bathed, the waking and the sleeping every day.
Sir, methinks.
What is thy goal? What drives thee to thy purpose? And bears thee from the storm of calm ennui?
In one word, sir,
Yea.
money.
Money?
Yea, I am paid well to look after thee.
Oh.
So, then shall we go? But thou hast something more than money on thy mind. Is this not true, Lucentio?
Yea. I wonder what doth happen after life.
Well,
Is solemn silence echoing fine voids? Or yet, is there reward for all we've lived through? You, who had no hope, who from the streets were raised by my fair father to bear me care.
Yep.
Thou
Was
couldst
what
not
happened.
understand the pains of life, for thou had no pains in thy sorry soul.
Yea, sir, sleeping in an orphanage and having only porridge till I was 13. 'Twas no pain at all.
And surely thou wert not abused by father, for thou had no father.
Wow! Wow! Well, sir, thou hast taken my pain and rubbed it in.
Ah, that is the way the world works.
I am paid to look after this poor little man. His father hath many coins that he hath put in my pouch to ensure that he gets himself safely to this town. But we have walked dog weary for hours and hours and hours. The sun has set many hours ago, and I am still dragging this man to and fro.
I bid you leave me. Do give me up. Look here. It is a pier. It's fine enough. This dock will be my port, and for the weary I will stay stock still. You get the rest that thou dost long for elsewhere, and when you do return to this spot glued, that all will peel me up like drying paste.
Then, Sir Lucentio, I shall leave thee here, thy pasty self, to dry and become crusty, and then I will return and peel thee back up, and thou shalt smell dank and musty. Well, sir, get thy rest. I shall go to the hotel, where I am there required to sleep.
Wait.
Oh, sir.
Thou needs the coins if thou wants finer beds.
Oh, that is
The
nice.
useless ingots that weigh down my soul.
Okay, sir. I shall go. Get thee good rest. Alas, I go. Tis a new day, and alas, I am arisen. 'Tis great to be a captain, and take care of this town which hath a large prison. But alas, the cock hath crowed, and the sun doth rise. Perchance I will find out how it hath been while I did sleep that night.
Fair captain, I have visited the cells,
Yea?
and all the men do weep in agony. I fed them bread from out my little hands.
Good. Agony they shall yell, for they be criminals and sentenced there. Oh, and the bread thou didst feed them, was it crusty and hath a bit of bitterness to it?
I moistened it with water from the dock, yet still I feel as though some softening from thy hard heart might lend itself a spirit of forgiveness.
Nay, softening they need not. For they need some uffening, some toughening, something to bring it from within. They have gone to crime and committed many sins. Why the long face, dear?
Oh, it is thy way, foul captain, for I come to thee and thought within a month this man will be a changed spirit still, that after seeing my finest example, he would become the image of myself, that through my charity extended out the world, all hearts would be made soft.
Nay, am I then like a hard-boiled egg, something that cannot and shan't be cracked unless it is smacked really hard upon something rough like a countertop?
But even eggs do have the softest heart, a little yellow beating pulse within.
Nay, overboiled was I. I be like the most chewy and sour hard-boiled egg that thou hast ever bit into. Nay, I be like a hard-boiled egg that was left in the freezer. For thou shouldst try biting into it and thou couldst not. For that is the hardest a hard-boiled egg could be, is if one were to put it into the freezer.
That's where, Captain?
Into the box with much ice in it.
Ah.
Yea, that be the equivalent of a freezer.
'Tis hard to get a block of ice to here, yet we are from the northern lands, and in the winter time, sometimes a journey of 3 days could bring a block unto our place.
Yea. And do we then, when the block arrives, put many eggs into it, so that the hard-boiled eggs shall be crunchy and crispy to the core?
A chicken in the cold doth lay no eggs, so when the springtime turns into the summer, and then the autumn from the summer comes, we see those fall-feathered chickens, and their stalk is frozen on a lovely icy block. Yet I will melt thy heart, O Captain Man. You wait and see, for I will not be put off by thy sternness.
Nay. Well,
And nothing can weigh down my soul on this day, for I have received a letter.
a letter? Well,
It spoke of all my finest qualities. It noticed every charity I've done. It even noticed how one time when crossing of the street, I saw a woman who her age prevented her from moving, for a carriage would o'ertake her.
mm-hmm.
And I did guide her way, though it did slow me down and almost made me late for my fourth praying.
Yea, and this letter spoke of her.
It did.
And did it compare thee to her, or
Nay,
what say
nay.
you about it?
And far from it, for all of my youthful grace was complimented
Oh,
in a way that did not exceed nor recede.
well, that is wonderful.
So I do bid thee that this night be off, and that thou couldst the prison's self attend, deliver forth the meals and say the prayers, and see the suffering souls within its walls.
Perchance I shall take the guard this eve, and let you bounce around, my sweet. I tell thee, be careful, and thou shouldst know, when I am left on guard with the prisoners, their bread is not wetted. I do not dunk it in water. 'Tis bitter. Then go. Find them. I cannot. Get thee hence. And if thou shouldst see that wonderful man Horatio, tell him hello for me. For 12 times have I told him he hath done a great job. For he be the most attentive and the most well-looked and observant man in all this town. I do think at some point I shall make him the ruler and the keeper of this prison place.
Perhaps 'tis that fair Horatio whom he writ. For who else visits up this prison so to notice all my finest qualities? In fact, when I did cross that little street, there was no one around but that man he.
Ah? Perchance it is so. Well, if thou should see him, tell him I say hello. what be this? Perchance this is the man that hath writ to me that night before? And he arrived and laid upon the ground like I had not abandoned him. Oh no, 'tis my fault. Oh, the letter I did receive, it said to wait, and that he would then go to me, and then spake. But I did leave, I did not wait. Oh, this fair gentleman, he is... I cannot see him, for his face be deep into the ground. Perchance I was wrong about being catfish. I will greet him, and I will appraise him for all of the wonderful writings he did propose, and all the wonderful things he did say. Oh, now shall I prepare myself to meet this man, who shall perchance make my wedding day. He groans in an unattractive manner. First strike! Perchance I shouldn't wake him up and just watch him for a moment. He continues to groan in an obtuse manner. Nay, I shall wake him up and see if he is the man for me. Arise, fair poet. Arise, I have expected you. Arise, thy amazing poet.
That knows me.
Poet, thy beautiful words spake to me earlier, and I just could not resist. I am sorry for my fleetingness, but I am here to spake to thee. Thy beautiful words, they o'ercount the stars. And thou art a most wonderful man with thy words. Ooh, step up, sir, and spake.
Ne'er in all the many years of writing hath anyone read single word I writ, and spoke one kind word of its foul nature. My poetry, which I do work upon as man does work on a fine tall cathedral, I did expect that in my own lifetime I'd never see a smile upon a face from reading out the lines, and it would take 100 years of men to know the words that I had writ's tall greatness. Yet here...
Hi. Hello, sir.
Madame,
'Tis
thou
I.
hast a shawl upon thy head
Yea.
that's black in color, black as saddened souls. Hast thou much suffering within thyself?
A twinge have I of suffering, sir. A bit of loneliness, indeed. Yet do I sometimes find solace in the loneliness. Aye, the crickets be my company oft. Those crickets with chirps and sometimes strange groans, not unlike your own.
I have matched my groan unto those hoppers. For every time I heard those sodden moans that have the human quality, I felt as though myself could be a cricket.
Oh, sir, thy cricketing metaphors have knocked it out of the park.
I recognize thee.
The chirps have hit me once more. Perchance the crickets are trying to tell me something? Or 'twas it just thee? And thy spirituality hath caused some sort of disturbance. Fair poet, tell me once more about thy cricketing powers.
I have a small connection to the beast, and since I was a child, they have followed me. I lay in limpid puddles on the ground and find myself o'ertaken by small locusts.
Oh, okay. Like, thy crickets do, like, scurry over you and cover you up?
Sometimes a swarm of them look like a cloud, or yet a hornet's nest disturbed much.
Okay, he's got clouds of crickets around him. Strike 2.
But nay, would I disdain those little chirps to hear some singing from thy smooth vocal cords?
Sir, I be not a singer. I shan't sing till my wedding day. It's the family tradition, and I tell thee 'twill not happen. But I thank thee for thy chirping.
I long to hear thy voice, and if there is a way for me to speed that day unto my own.
Perchance I will give you just a flavor then before the wedding. If that be okay. Left alone on the dock, a girl without fame, who was not known if she would win the wedding race. She once felt the touch of one, flown was that man gone. But now have another man arrived, yes, a poet, you are the one. Thy crickets, are they chirping in approval of my song?
And little Ceres' tiny hands applaud, for thou hast set my heart inflamed much, and 'tis as though I was a sheer cicada imprisoned in the earth for 7 years to suddenly expend itself to life.
Well, sir, let thy wings fly, but give it a moment first. I must tell this good news and this good joy to my friend Horatio, for he did not believe you did exist.
He did not believe I did exist?
Nay.
He warded thee from me?
Yea, he said that I should fear a poet.
Oh, he must have jealousy inside his heart. Thou seest it not, and trust him all too well. I bid thee, fly unto this Horatio, and any words that thou mayst speak to him to put him off from such a vile thing. Is there some person that thou could report his sins unto?
Yea, for though I was going to speak proudly and goodly to that captain, I can tell him of his misfortunes, for then Horatio has turned on me. Yea, I shall tell him so.
The world is full of badness, and I say that what thou seest is just a tiny sliver. So if thou seest some bad, thou should expect more bad to be there hidden. If thou dost wish to speak the truth to him, I wish extend that badness in its size, that he may know the foul underlying nature.
My sir, you have such a way with words. The letter you writ me was thus labeled anonymous. What be thy name?
Lucentio.
Yay. 'Tis a good name. Lucentio. Another round! Another round for the richest man in town. Another round for the richest man in town. Another round for the richest man in town. For my master did give me much too much gold, for he was asleep and totally knocked out. He handed me way too many gold pieces for that hotel, and then did I spend it on fun drinks, including my newfound friend Horatio. Buddy, one more round.
If thou dost insist, I will take one more round. Oh,
Take thee this.
oh. 'Tis a kindly thing. And if thou dost think me kind, I bid thee, thou could tell my behalf.
Yea.
Of my good kind. But thou needst not do it, for there be a way that I have of securing confidences of myself.
Yeah? Oh, thou art a smart man in making sure thy boss is approving of you.
I am.
Oh, a genius fellow art thou, though a little red in the nose. I can see that thou hast a brain in thy head. Pray tell, what be this genius that has given you this such stature in this town?
I see the good in others. And I speak it to them. That is the thing I think that most of me is valued.
Horatio, thou art a truth speaker, is that what thou saidst?
A truth speaker of sorts, or yet a false speaker. I speak the truth that others think is true.
So thou speakst of one that thou speaks as if thou knows the truth, but 'tis not. So art thou then sort of like the man with the candle who walks past the streets at night, ensuring that they are all lit in the air? Yea, in lighting that nauseous, gaseous thing, thou art the gaslighter in this town. Is that the case?
Yeah. Good sir, I say thou has a lap that doth cushion so well, methinks 100 men had rested here.
Oh, sir, thou dost not know it, but many men, well, one man in most time hath spent his head in my lap.
Who is this man?
I must keep my status up and let him not know that I am but a servant boy. My servant Lucentio oft gets drowsy and doth find himself laid in my lap, and I, like you, am a kind gentleman, and let not him fall on the ground, so I do cradle him between my thighs.
Thou art a kind gentleman. I'll entrust thee with some small secret.
Oh?
If thou speeds to this pier this very eve, thou meet the most holy of the women, this woman who hath so much spirit in her that she doth put her kindness to all others, and she'll be seeking love from thee.
Oh, okay, sir. Perchance thou hast had too much to drink.
Nay, there is no thing within this mighty world that is too much to drink, and thou shalt see.
So, sir, sir, thou spakest of a lady that wait by a dock?
And if thou wish to know more, thou can purchase one more round for me.
My fellow, I do fear for thy stomach's health, not only thy brains. For one more drink might cause it to go Australian on thee. Topsy-turvy down under, out the front.
I have this, thing I wear upon my head,
Thou took off thy clothes earlier in the night of drinking, and now thou hast misplaced it.
Here is the thing that I do often wear. I bid thee don this.
Oh. Whoa.
Cape upon thyself and say that thou art fine Horatio.
Oh. I should say that I am fine Horatio.
Yep.
Okay.
Hie you to the pier.
And there will I find a lovely woman?
Yay.
Okay, sir. Well, I thank thee for the troubles. Chance one more drink, I will buy thee.
Ah.
Oh. Arrived have I at this pier. You know, methinks 'twas a strange interaction with that fellow, but at the time that is the same, I do like the idea of being one who hath some kind of power. 'Tis a sorrowful thing, but I tell thee, for so much of my youth was I beaten and spurned. Many masters have I had, and none of them have been kind. My current one, 'tis mostly drowsy, 'tis not a mean man, but some kind of independence do I feel when I don this cape. So, I shall play the part of this Horatio, and speak to this woman, whoe'er she be. And there she is, on the docks.
Oh God, forgive me, make and place me here. Know that though 14 hours has elapsed since in the noon I began my long wait, I have such faith within my very soul that I would sit until my body fell.
Lady?
Oh God, when I do turn my head to gaze upon the man, I hope he will be lit in glowing light, that I may see him and think he is thee.
Lady! I have been sent for thee. and thou hast been called here for me.
Horatio, I cannot see thy face, for it is dark, yet the moonlight doth reflect upon thy cloak, and I would know that cloak from anywhere.
Yea, it be the cloak of Horatio, and this be Horatio that speaketh to you.
Oh,
Hello, fair one. I am not a man of many flowery words, but I do say to thee that thou art pretty.
I know all the words which thou hast spake, therefore, for I have read them in the page thou read.
A page I have read? Okay. Yea, the page I writ you was finely penned, yea. All the characters without smudges. Black ink hath it.
It hath such smudges now thou would not read it, for I have shed 10,000 sodden tears until the page did crumble to my desk.
Tears?
It was so sweet, such sight, that it does have more liquid on its form than my solemn Bible, which I read each night.
So a letter hath this Horatio writ for this woman, and yet he doth not go to woo her. What a strange fellow this Horatio be for doing so. But I will continue to comfort her, for I feel sorry for her sadness. Maid, any problems that I, Horatio, have given you because of the letter?
There are no problems, sir. I tell thee, my life has been a series of foul problems, of sheer misfortunes, that I spent it so to help the others who have had that suffering.
Oh, thou wish to help those who are in need?
Yea, for I do run the orphanage in town, and feed the hungry children, and give care, the love of parents who are far away, for parents I had not myself.
Thou hast no parents either?
Nay, it was raised within a tiny, gray, foul place, and had a single friend till I was 8, and then
Thou ate only porridge for thy meals?
only porridge.
And thou hast to watch and wash the toilets as they were flushed and overused?
Thou knowest so much about this suffering.
Yea,
That boy who was with me when I was young, he kept that light alive within my soul. And I extend kindness unto all others, that they may feel that kindness that he gave me, for it to get me through the lonely days within those walls.
I have much empathy, for similar to you, I had a friend growing up who was a wonderful, wonderful person. Yea, we would throw apples, rotting fruits to each other in the place, for there were no balls to toss.
And though they soiled our fingers, they lit a smile on our rosy face.
Yay! I had the same experience.
Perhaps all orphanages be alike.
Yeah, no balls to play with, too much porridge to eat.
Horatio, I never knew this thee. Thou hast such confidence and wild form. Methought thou had fair parentage indeed.
No. Well, I do lie to people. I be a liar. I do tell people of my parentage, and that is what I tell, but
Confessing forth a sin doth so erase it. And thou hast spake the truth unto my soul, and all the lies thou said before are nothing.
well, perchance I will see thee again tomorrow, for thou shouldst get thyself to bed. 14 hours didst thou say thou wert waiting at this dock?
Horatio, I have known thee so long, and have such confidence within my heart, that if what thou hast spake before is true, when I do see thee on tomorrow's morn, I wish it be the good altar stone, that we might bind our lives together ere.
Then shall we do so. Shall we then be married on the altar?
I bid thee come no closer, for I cannot hold the chastity which I do hold so saintly in my heart, if thou wert to step closer to its beating.
I step no closer, ma'am. Get thee to bed. I shall go. 'Tis a wonderful thing to speak with such a kind lady. But I cannot be Horatio forever. I must find my way to be back to who I am. And yet, I know foul things about this Horatio man. Betwixt a rock and a hard place am I. For if I am to reveal who I truly am, the servant Grumio, then she shall toss me out. But I cannot maintain this identity of Horatio. For 'tis not myself, and if she were to see my face, she would then cast me out. For I have no money to my name. Have I then all spent the gold that my master Lucentio gave me upon drinks to that man? I shall avoid him, and keep this coat for as long as I can. And perchance I will solve it, so I will not be a failed man.
Is that the veil?
The veil? Oh.
So enters in another sorry soul. I am the captain of the guard, whose hardened heart hath fed poorly the stomachs of the prisoners within.
Captain!
I bid thee need not speak, for I do know what thou wilt say. Is it some praise upon Horatio?
Praise? Praiser? Nay, sir, Horatio be a fiend. For I tell thee, he hath told me off when he should have told me stay. He hath scared me away from the man I was then destined to be married to. I was writ a beautiful letter, and I was then waiting upon the docks to ensure that I would catch the man's eye, but that Horatio told me to fly, and so I did so. But I tell you, he is a fiend and a terrible man, and thou shouldst not listen to him.
Here, good madam, see upon this page, 12 times have I impressed with sodden ink a stamp of good approval on his form. Thou wished this man to fall beneath his merit? I think not. How can thou dispute this case? He must have had some other foul thing.
12 merits hath he. Sir.
Look. Here are 12 people, all there lonely sitting, who hath been him comforted by and dissuaded from finding the love they waited for.
I tell thee, go back 3 phrases. 3 IMs, go back. 12 people have been waiting upon the docks.
List them. List those 12 people then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that thy other men in the room.
He is the prisoner.
Yeah.
Oh, the prisoner.
Yeah, I'll list them. There was Angus, who had foul smell and thought he'd never in his life find love, and he did sit upon that dock 4 nights and did not find it till Horatio did bid him off.
That be one.
There was Daniela and her sister Tanya, both of whom thought that twins would fall in love, and that was false.
That be 2.
There was another set of twins, Grecian descendants, Heracles and Bink. And each of them were waiting on the dock for such a pair of twins. I thought if these twins had just met each other, then all would be good in the world.
That should go faster.
There was one who had such a blocked up nose that they did not smell anything at all and would have been a proper match for Angus had they been met within.
5.
And there were Richard II, Richard III, Richard IV, Richard V, Richard VI, Richard VII, and Richard VIII.
Too many.
8. Oh, Richard VI. 6 Richards, all of whom did love themselves so much that they did stare into the pools and almost did not suffer for the waiting. They wished to find an image of themselves, yet every Richard waited different nights, and all found love not.
Well, that be 12. Congratulations, sir. Thou hast listed all of them. Well, I tell thee.
Get to thy point. Did this man do thee wrong? For it would take 12 horrid, foul wrongs to undo all these 12 embossments here.
I say, he scared me away from my one true love.
One wrong.
I have to come up with 12 other wrongs.
Yea, if thou would wish undo what has been done.
Okay, well, he patted me on the arm and I did not like that.
He patted thee on the arm?
Yea, and he also spake to me in a tone that was not nice.
This seems unfit for that Horatio.
He had bad breath. He
Bad
had
breath.
unkept fingernails.
Unkept fingernails. Did he do anything that would be criminal?
Is disposing someone from thy love criminal?
Disposing someone like a body, say?
Nay, I saw no body. I believe to
But
see.
did thou hear a splash?
'Twas a groaning I heard
Oh.
before I heard crickets earlier
Torture
that
man.
eve.
For crickets do not groan, they chirp. All know this.
Oh no!
All
the crickets
stamp
chirp.
down that some tortured fine soul had been beaten by him. Say a couple more.
I don't have the crimes yet then for this man, but there will be more. He is not a fellow for thee.
Hey, who does enter here? What sad and sorry sop walks through that door? Oh, Captain, I do come to thee to spill all that foul Horatio hath done.
Yea, speak it plainly, sir.
I have not met this man, yet I have heard that he did spit on dogs and kick small cows.
Wow, that's 2 more for the list.
And then he loitered and purloined some cakes and walked quite drunken through the streets.
That'd be like 3 more. 1 more, I think.
And
Nay, more.
It was it.
Oh, 'twas it. Then 12 strikes have we then against this man, Horatio. Nay, he be no longer in my good grace. See, I then told you so. Trust not this man. I do not think he is fit to be the inheritor of this prison. Well then, madam, thou shouldst go and be with the one thou lovest, and thou shouldst be free and flow and fly like the doves. I thank thee, sir. 'Twas a good rhyme. Now I go and leave you to chat with this other man.
I will. Oh, she left so. Fie on my sorry soul, yet I do hear some footsteps stumbling forth.
Couldst it be the woman who works for me, who then trots to tell me some kind of news?
Captain!
Oh, nay, it be not the woman.
It's the Horatio. I know what thou wilt say. Thou wilt promote me on this happy
Oh,
day.
Horatio,
Thou art too kind, good captain. Oh.
Horatio, get thee off of me. Pull thyself together, sir.
I must pull myself together, for today is the day that I'm promoted here.
Sir, thou art a shit-faced fellow with no longer 12 merits to thy name. Get thee off.
No longer merits.
Nay, look upon that list. There be 12 bad things that thou hast done to o'erwrite the 12 good things that thou did commit on that pier. So I sell thee.
I never kicked a puppy nor a calf.
Sir,
I did not loiter and have not been drinking.
thou hast all kinds of smells upon thy breath, and I know them to be alcohol. So get thee out. Thou art a foolish man. Hence, and get from my sight. No longer shall you be the inheritor.
Oh.
My daughter is to come back. She was sent to meet thee earlier. I wonder when she will approach. I wonder.
Oh.
Oh, thou art still sulking.
Oh, king, I bid thee leave me, captain,
Fine.
and let me be so sad upon the floor.
I will go draft thy punishment, sir.
Oh. Say, moaner, I have moaned like thee before, and know that sadness that's within your soul. Fear not, good gentlemen,
What?
for I did have my moaning torn from me.
Sir? Thou hast thy moaning torn? What dost thou mean?
I found one that I had waited for. Thou must have some good love within thy heart, some personage that thou's approval sought.
Yea. Well, I did speak to one fellow who bought me lots of drinks, and then sent him toward a lady who I did write a letter about. I write a lot of letters. That's kind of my thing.
Oh, and what be the purpose of these written letters? For mine is to express the sadness that I feel.
Sir, mine be to convince women and other men and a lot of Richards to come to the pier, and then wait, and then none shall appear, and then I appear, and I save the day.
Oh.
But alas, it did not work. I am stuck. All of my good things have become clucked.
Oh.
So,
Sir,
wasteful am I to be here this day.
'tis not a waste.
What?
For I have done thee wrong. Look there upon the stamps that are impressed.
Yeah?
That is my work. Here, swap with me one. Oh.
That is my work that I put upon this stamp.
Then thou hast ruined up my mighty chance.
Yea.
For I have worked so hard and told such lies that I might win the heart of the fair captain.
Thou wish to be with the captain? Well, sir, thou shouldst not need to try and win him by strength. Why not go and touch him by love? Is he stuck in his ways?
I only can write love for those I don't. For if I did try love unto one loved, I would fear that it would be so rejected, and I would be like those awaiting there upon the pier. I've seen that pain, I've seen it 12 times over, and from those dozen sorrows have I feared all things.
Sir, spake to me right now what you wish to say to the captain.
Oh,
Just release it to my face.
thou art a stone, thy sturdy chiseled self. But thou would let me be the wave on thee and soften thee through years of sturdy work, and all the compliments that I do sought, thou would eventually in thy sodden heart have room to spake them unto my drunk soul. Oh God.
I have heard all of this go down.
Oh!
Waiting was I behind that curtain to see what thou shouldst say.
Oh!
And I have one thing. Though thy fearest in thy hearts wert packed, hearing this, my hard-boiled egg hath cracked. Unleash shall I the prison of my love. Too long have I been tough and rough to those round me.
Captain,
Horatio.
let free the prisoners. They are just all here for loitering, the 12 whom we did leave upon the pier.
I ask thee, prisoners, is it true that thou art not only prisoners but also orphans?
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
All 12 of them are in agreement. Then shall I crack open this prison?
Wait, before thou dost, I must apologize that all these prisoners may see my crimes. I wrote those letters which did turn thy heart, and yet I perhaps can amend some make. Good Richard, oh, the fourth, look to thy side and see a Richard who is that the third. He is the image of thy very soul. Do hold him in fine love.
Oh.
And you, good Richard 6, look on Rich 1, and Richard 2, look on the Richard 5, and Angus, who does smell so foul, look to one who does not smell at all, and yea, those sets of twins that would unite, that is the perfect place for you to love.
Yea, then are we all in love. But hark, who comes?
Oh dear.
Daughter, thou hast returned.
I have returned, Father, to ask thee to bear the altar, for I wish today to wed Horatio.
Too late, I'm already going to do that.
Thou would wed Horatio.
Yea, Horatio be by my side? Indeed I am. And so thou shouldst not have him. He be my man. Then art thou stuck? I'm sorry, why hast thou wished to marry Horatio?
Oh, for he did speak to me this very eve and said the words that melted up my heart.
Ma'am, 'tis I, Horatio, come back for thee.
Oh, it is the ghost of fair Horatio, for I do see Horatio stands there, and this one pale and white in form.
Nay, I'm sorry, fair madam. I be not Horatio, I admit to you now. My name is Grumio.
I knew that name in youth, for I, a Grumio, befriended once.
Art thou Sylvia? A friend from my dear orphanage? Then are we then reunited? And shouldst we then unite together?
We should.
Thou art a most lovely maiden. Wilt thou have me? And forever shall we create kids that shall have parents and no longer be orphans?
We shall.
There'll be one more.
Say, Grumio, thou hast found lovely love, and I, thy boss, do give you all my coins.
Oh!
But thou may keep them, for I need them not, for I have found the love of my life there.
I'm rich again, but alas. Where's the veil? Where is the veil? Where is the veil?
Oh, there you are! No veil upon thy haste, for thou hast no more sorrow. Oh, still hath the veil upon thy
Yes, yes. And have I found my man Lucentio to be with me forevermore.
The sadness that I felt for all my life has been the appetizer to this feeling.
Yea. Now, are we all met?
I think all 20 of us are, or 18 of us are.
Yea. So many people have gone and fallen in love without fight. Perchance this is truly the 13th most lucky night. Thank you! Thank you, and we have shows to the end of August, or August 24th.
If you like what you saw, there are a couple ways you could help us out. You could tell a friend that they should come tomorrow. You could go on the Edinburgh Fringe website and leave a little review, or
I think those are the two main
you
ways
could
people can
invite
help.
and invent a new way.
Yeah.
Do that way too.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being here. This is our first time at the Fringe. It really means a lot to have all of you here in the audience. We good? Have a wonderful night. Take care.